Hi, welcome to episode 16 of this Odyssey into scraping GitHub. I think what I'm going to do, a little cleanup here, I think this one and this one were kind of the same thing. And I was looking at this as I was about to start recording, and I figured out that I think the main initial problem with getting profiles back by location at the moment is that I'm only getting one. So all this logic was sort of hard-coded, I think, to... let me close out and start fresh. Oh, and I was doing some work that didn't involve screencasts, so let me put it back on the viewer-friendly settings. All right. If I look at our acceptance tests here, these are not the end-to-end, but... Oops. Let's see how I'm setting these up. Basically... So, okay, I've got the JSON for the whole thing, and then I've got this individual result. And when I do a search for this whole thing, what I really should get back is, according to this total count, I should be getting back 9. I don't want this open. I should be getting back 9 things, not 1 thing. So, I'm going to drive that out with an acceptance test. That's easy to wrap my head around. And then I'll flesh it out as needed with unit tests. And I could have sworn out, maybe it was the end-to-end tests where I fixed this, but wheeling search, correct number of total results. When I supply location wheeling, comma, IL, then I should have a user with email. No, I'm just blindly typing. I must confess that it's about Saturday night at 1 in the morning or so that I'm doing this recording, and I was actually doing a good amount of weekend work today, so I'm a little tired and slap happy. Should probably not be blindly typing anything. Let's see, then I should get back 9 total results. I'm going to generate my step definition, which will, as always, pop up on the wrong monitor. Copy to clipboard, and then I will paste this in at the bottom. Result count, and assert. So I'm going to say the result count is equal to profiles. Oh. I'm going to go and clean that up here shortly. Copy and paste is a smell. Count. Is it a list? Does that work? Okay, so get the test passing, and then I'll go and clean it up via refactoring. So the problem here is when I actually go in and do the profile search here, somewhere or another I think I'm saying first. Profile URL, yeah, so there we go. And I think what I want to do is find out where I'm writing unit tests for this. And drive at this behavior with a unit test. And get towards that passing acceptance test this way. So What do I actually want to test here? Right now I'm just returning a list of profile, and I'm creating simply the one profile. So I gotta get this guy into a loop somehow. Sorry, I'm kind of thinking maybe I don't really need to worry about a unit test necessarily. If I can think of a relatively quick path to awesome. Profile URL. So jobject.parse. See if this goes quickly. Oops. Don't mind that. Sorry, I'm giving you a lot more dead air than I normally would here. Just trying to see if I can... What's the problem? Cannot convert type char to string. JSON items. This feels like a relatively small slice to carve off. Don't need a var here. The question is items. So at position 0, I would think, because this is indexed. Am I crazy? Okay, so that compiles. Profile URL. What I don't want is rename this, and I'm going to say, actually, var profile URL equals temp. Wait, no. Temp. Is this going to work? Come on, work. Oh, goodness. Okay, so this is a string. So items, maybe it would help if I were actually looking at this JSON. Well, that doesn't help at all. Items, so I want items, this is items 0. Oops. Yeah, this whole code casting thing can get kind of embarrassing, especially when I'm not thinking all that clearly. Okay. So I do want this collection. It's a J token. Okay, let's try. Get away from this casting. This work? No, that doesn't compile. Kind of thinking, oh, that's because that's nonsense. What's the problem here? It feels like I'm close and just not thinking this through very well. Wondering if I should back this out. what I would like is maybe to look at some code. Parsing all JSON jtoken.parse. Oh boy. This looks promising. Address locate. Oh, not really. Outer value of J object. You'd be surprised how often, like, I'm very much a learner by seeing similar examples and modifying them as opposed to like reading documentation or anything. Array.children. Interesting. I wonder if this isn't going to require more object response. JToken is the base class. Oh, okay. Wait, no, that's not what I want. Huh. I'm gonna roll this back because I think maybe I need to start over here and say that I want a J object, J array. So items is an array, which makes me wonder if I can't do this. Yeah, one failing test. Items array. Still one failing test. Does everything blow up if I do this, or do I go back to one failing test? Boy, it's taking a long time. The suspense is killing me. You see it down here. Processing. It's not building, that's why. What am I doing wrong? So jarray.parse. So items. Not promising. Cannot convert array to string. This is one of the, I think the least impressive code showings I've had recently. Goodness. So, what I want, I wonder if I could do, is that going to blow up? No, you don't like that. Let's try something else. jarray.parse JSON items. This is what I tried before. What didn't it like? Can I convert? Oh, okay. Oh, for goodness sake. You're gonna like this? Ish. Huh. Let's try walking this array. length count works for me. Index plus plus. Now we can try this same mojo. If we convert this guy to an IEnumerable, interesting. Are we not compiling? No, we're not compiling. Now we've got 2 unit tests failing, which is actually less than I would have thought. So for each profile URL, oh, I know I only have 2 because we're just doing the same logic a bunch of times. Let's see here. So profile URL in our new world becomes probably still going to have to cast it to a string, but it's going to be array index URL. This is where we hope for the magic. Building? I don't think we're compiling. Profile URL. Right, I still need the cast. Hey! Well, that was like a pretty embarrassing spectacle, but eventually got it wrangled into shape. I would like to chalk it up to the late hour and not just my general stupidity. I think I'm going to make this prettier, but first I want to verify that the end-to-end tests also still work. So let's run these guys. I wouldn't mind doing another set of end-to-end tests. And none of those work. What's the problem here? Test failed. Index was out of bounds of the array. That is interesting. Failed the same way on all of them, I'm guessing. So you're never quite out of the woods. Stack trace. Profile searcher. Well, that wasn't great. So when I supply a location, well, let's step through. Suppose I could just let it throw the exception. I'm just kind of curious if we can step through and see what specifically the problem. Okay, sorry for the hiccup there. One thing that still gets me every now and then when I'm doing these screencasts is that F10 is the shortcut for Camtasia to stop recording. So I thought I was stepping over, and instead I stopped the recording. So picking up right back where I left off, and I have to unfortunately use the mouse for this. So let's see where we are. Wondering if it like runs through. Let me see something here. So there are still 9 tokens. The wheeling community is not especially active at adding themselves to or removing themselves from GitHub. So I see nothing that would... Whoa. Interesting. Try that again. So it was like on the third one, the index was out of bounds. I wonder if I just debug the scenarios, if it'll... Oh, it's been a while. I'm not like a debugger expert anymore, but... Is that setting Control-Shift-D? Oh, wait, that did something on Camtasia. I think I'm still recording. Oh, man. Probably not going to remember it off the top. There's like some setting in here. I try not to spend too much time in the debugger, but maybe it's here. Try this. On exception. Somewhere where you can essentially say, I want to be taken to where the exception is thrown. All right. Come on, take me somewhere useful. Throw. Okay. So I caught something in here. I wonder... Okay, definitely don't want that. Open exception settings. That seems promising. Break1 Throne. Yeah. Yes, do that. I remember this screen. It used to be different. Break1 Throne, as opposed to what? That's what I want happening. Like at the moment of thrown, not when it's caught. Yes, all. Break1 Throne. See if that does the trick. Really kind of want to get this ironed out so I can call it an episode. Although I am thinking of buying myself a few extra minutes per episode. A few extra minutes per episode by going to a Pomodoro length episode. Ah, there we go. Make profile from JSON object. So name tokens. Aha! Now, this can be fixed via a unit test, I think. Excellent. Oops, where are my tests? Return a profile with my email address. Get profiles for location should... Profile, okay. Not throw an exception when name has no spaces. Let's see. What was the name of that one that bombed? Let's go back and do this again. See if I can pop out of the debugger that copy value. Nightingale contat. All right, let us do this. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to bring up Sublime. And I think you've seen this if you've been following it around. I'm going to replace this with this. I'm going to replace all white space with nothing. Copy the result into this unit test I'm trying to write. Oh, yeah, stop. Sorry, I forgot I was debugging. Result. For goodness sake. Nothing is more frustrating when I'm working like this than when the keyboard does... things happen that are not what I expect while I'm typing. Okay, let's go down here. Now this should be a relatively simple test to write. Get profiles for location. Actually, what is this Eric result? That didn't turn out to be useful. Am I not even using this? Execute verbatim search returns Eric result. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is say instead we're going to return the single name result and target.get profiles for location. First. So even though this wouldn't be first, I've and what should the name be? I guess we'll say, we'll just assert that this is going to be first name. Oh yeah, no. Sorry, this is getting pretty long. I think I'm almost done here. All right, now let's fix this actual bug. First name equals token 0. Last name equals something. Oh, right. Gotta get my ternary right. Now, if I do this, my hope is that mercifully these tests will pass. All right, so after a lot of bad noise, we have multiple search going. I'm going to commit and say that that returns all results. And I will push up to master, because why not? And that's it. Apologies for the extra long episode. I'll try to keep it a little shorter next time, and maybe do this when I've got a bit more, or a bit less tiredness going on. So stay tuned, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching.